Prop firm session, last session of the day for trading. Hope you guys are doing well. Alright, so I'm going to share my screen here with you guys. So good day so far. Price has been very interesting today. Very interesting. We can see on a 15-minute time frame that we just disrespected this 15-minute bullish order block. And it's, we just touched into that balanced price range here. These equal fair value gaps. But everything right now looks very bearish, like we're almost trying to head back down to these lows from market open. So when I was talking about that equilibrium, right, we have our equilibrium from, we've already traded back down into a discount. All right, so we're back here. Right, here's our equilibrium. And we're below it, right? So I wanted to see price come below this EQ, still respect this order block, and then pump back up. But right now, we disrespect that order block. A lot of bearish momentum. So I'm kind of waiting to see what kind of reaction we have off this balanced price range, if we're going to continue to push up, try to push through VWAP. Or, if we're going to come back up to VWAP, bounce off this 15-minute bearish order block, right? Still kind of pretty choppy this whole way down, not too, it was lunch hour, so it's pretty choppy this whole time. But yeah, we are below that EQ, so typically I would want to see us pump back up to these highs, but, looking at this 4-hour time frame, it's kind of all over the place, right? We had that long wick down pump, long wick up, drop. So right now we are looking pretty bearish. We are looking pretty bearish. So I'm just kind of waiting to see that reaction because, we definitely could see a bounce off of this balanced price range right here, as we've seen so far. See these equal fair value gaps, bearish, bullish, right? And we're starting to see us bounce from that level. Okay, so right now I'm going to be very patient and wait for price to choose its direction to see if we're going to continue a long push for the rest of the day up to these highs again, or if we want to come all the way back down for sell side one more time. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. We formed this 5-minute bearish fair value gap here, 5-minute bearish order block. It could be a level that we start to drop from again. Could be a level we start to drop from. We're seeing a reaction, but again, this BPR right here is a very strong support level. So I'm expecting this bounce. Just depends, are we going to come up and try to, displace any of these highs, any of these 5-minute order blocks? All right, we got a 1-minute order block here as well. But just a lot of chop so far, right? Don't want to trade any of this stuff. Want to wait for some better price action to step back into this market. And then look to find a trade. This stuff right now is not great, right? Kind of looking how it was looking the past few days, but it's lunch hour chop. Now we wait for that post lunch movement. Try to see an expansion move come into the market. Really good morning today. We caught. I ended up selling at about 80 ticks on accident, but the trade we caught about 150 ticks on it. So from entry to the top was 150 ticks. Caught a nice long. Accidentally, TraderBait was kind of bugging on me this morning, so it got me out of my trade when I didn't want to. But either way, secured the profit. Secured the profit. Yeah, it was a good session. Okay, so right now I'm just really waiting to see this reaction. How are we going to react? Right, we bounced off this 5 minute so far. Bounced off this 5 minute order block so far. All right, but we're kind of bouncing from our balanced price range up to this imbalance up here. So I'm just waiting to see either the longs try to break through, or the shorts try to break through, catch a breakout, retrace, find a good setup. Don't want to force anything inside of the range right now. I really want to wait for something clear. And then I'll be looking to execute a trade. All right, we are getting that bounce off this 5 minute bearish fair value gap so far. You can see right here. We can see that bounce we're getting. Okay, but what I really need to see for that confidence in either one, right? We do have that bearish structure right now, but I do want to see displacement. I want to see a continued trend to the downside. Right, I want to see us try to take out these lows, because then that's going to give me that confidence that we were trying to push through this BPR, and that we're going to try to target our sell side again. So we're just seeing this chop, right? We're seeing this up and down, bouncing from both levels. Right, I do want to see if we retrace up into this 15-minute order block here, right around VWAP would be a good level for us to see, like, are we going to push through and displace, or are we going to get a reaction back off of it to be able to get back in the shorts? Alright, we're still pretty slow, pretty low volume coming out of lunch. We'll probably start picking up. Volume will probably start picking up here as we go. And you guys see that we're just kind of bouncing back and forth. We're not breaking out of a range yet. We're not breaking out of any range yet. We're about to close this next 5-minute candle. Alright, we keep seeing that bounce from this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, this 5-minute SIBI here. But not any like follow through or anything. Right, like I said, seeing this 5-minute right here, I'd need to see strong displacement down, or at least a strong move down that's telling me that we're going to try to push through this BPR here, because right now this BPR is proving to be a strong support level. Okay, 5 minutes about to close. We're just ranging back and forth, chopping it up. Chopping it up. Alright, so 5 minutes still closes inside, still closes bearish. Not a very strong bearish candle so far. Okay, 15-minute will also be key. 15-minute hasn't touched back into that order block up top. We're just really just chilling here. Okay, I'm not going to take any entries in this level right here. not going to take any entries during this chop. There's low probability low probability trades in this stuff right here. So get that. Maybe if I play Jeopardy music again, we'll start to see some movement. Yeah, so heading into Silver Bullet Hour, next 20 minutes. Remember, 2 to 3 Eastern Time, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern is that Silver Bullet Hour. It's that Silver Bullet Hour where we look for some target on liquidity, whether that's buy side or sell side. Right, sometimes what we'll do is we'll grab liquidity on one side first. Like let's say maybe we grab sell side, and then we come up and we target our buy side up here, so forth. Okay, it looks like we're trying to pump through this 5 minute, but we'll see if we actually get some follow through here, or if this is just going to be a manipulation and we're going to bounce off this order block. Okay, 15 minutes looking pretty bullish. All right, we're heading up here, but again, we have this 15-minute bearish order block here. You know, this level at VWAP is going to be very crucial to see which direction price wants to move. It's still kind of figuring it out right now. We're seeing a breakthrough here. We're seeing a strong displacement candle forming on the 1 minute. Alright, so let's see if we can continue this bullish trend now, this bullish momentum with this 1 minute displacement, and try to come up and displace our highs. At least try to come up here. SMT on 5 minutes. Let's see. Let's check it out. Why don't we? Yeah, we got some SMT down at the lows, and Q took out this low. ES failed to take out the low, and we're seeing that reaction back up. All right, looking pretty bullish now. Again, I want to see this 5 minute bearish fair value gap disrespected. Okay, I want to see it displaced. Then I want to see price continue to try to displace these highs. Right, see that continuation. Look for a retracement. Look for a good level, like a fair value gap or order block that we can target for an entry. All right, we're pumping. We got 1 minute left on this 5 and 15. We're seeing a very strong move back up right now. All right, 1 minute order block formed. We bounce from that 1 minute. Now this level right here is going to be our key level that we want to see price push through if these longs are going to continue. Okay, about to close both the 5 and the 15. You can see the 15 is now touching into that order block up top. We're right back to VWAP. 5 minutes about to displace this fair value gap, strong displacement there. Alright, so longs are really stepping in, but again, this is that key level where if we want to see the longs continue to step in for the rest of the afternoon, I need to see this 15 minute right here push through, mitigated, good retracement. Right, good fair value gap order block to get an entry off of, and that's what I'd be looking for. Look at that strong move there. All right, we're pumping. We're trying to pump through VWAP. Again, this is that strong level of resistance that we have to get through. We're seeing that reaction right now. Look at that reaction we got right when we touched that order block, right around VWAP. We get a strong reaction right back down. All right, this is why you see me waiting for extra confirmation right now. Okay, let's say we get 1 minute displacement here. Let's say this next 1 minute candle, or the next two 1 minute candles pump above, close above this high. You know, that's when I'm starting to look for longs using this 1 minute order block as support, as a possible entry. But not until we can push through. Gotta see that continuation of price to the upside, you know, for us to start targeting these highs. All right, like this high up here would be our ultimate liquidity level up here. All right, we're seeing price trying to go up and displace on the 1 minute. Still not displacing though. Right, a very aggressive entry in the longs, which you're not going to see me take, would be to long off this 1 minute order block before waiting for displacement. That's a very aggressive entry. You don't really see me ever taking those kinds of entries. Right, but I do like to give you that opportunity, you know, at least let you know what the aggressive entry is to trade this trend, right? When you start seeing a bullish trend form with breaker structure on the 1 minute, it's riskier because you're not really waiting for 5 and 15 minute confirmation. You know, but sometimes you can catch that trend continuation off these little support levels, right? These little 1 minute order blocks, 1 minute fair value gaps. But for me, I really like to wait for confirmation. I like to wait for that 5 and 15 minute time frame, especially when we're pushing, you know, getting a reaction off of a 15 minute bearish order block, 5 minute bearish order block, right? So that's why you're seeing me wait and continue with this patience. Yeah, look at that reaction we're getting. Strong support here, or strong resistance here. Okay, we are forming a 5 minute fair value gap. Order block below. Okay, but for these longs to continue, I'm going to need to see a lot more than this. I need to see a lot more than this. Mm-mm, 5 minutes about to close here. We see that ES already pumped through and closed above VWAP, right, which is a good sign for NQ to try to do the same. But we're seeing some S&T divergence where ES is taking out that high and NQ is not. Right, just another reason for me to wait for that confirmation. Alright, 5 minutes still closed below. We do have this 5 minute fair value gap that just formed now. Alright, like I said, the aggressive entry would be off this order block. I'm not going to take that. Not going to take that entry. We're still not seeing a ton of volume here. Still not seeing a ton of volume. Not seeing any crazy movement just yet. But within the next 10 minutes, I think we're going to start seeing some more volume pick up. Heading into silver bullet hour, you know, I do want to see us go target that liquidity. Seeing this movement, I'd like to see us go target buy side. You know, target the high up here into this fair value gap. These highs up here, 5-minute, 15-minute fair value gaps resting above. So I'll just continue to wait. No need to rush. I don't feel the need to rush. You know, especially forming this 5-minute fair value gap down here, we could easily see price retrace back into that. Okay, I just want to see a strong push, right? A strong move with good volume. That just gives me that, you know, that conviction that the longs are really going to step in and not just have this be a fake out. Look at this. Look at the struggle up here, guys. We are struggling here. Last night I was going to bed and I saw this this spider hanging right over my bed. So I killed this spider. Sorry for any of you animal lovers or insect or bug lovers, but I wake up this morning with a huge spider bite on my calf. I think one of his homies saw me take him out and got his revenge on me. It's probably karma. Hey, you gotta have your homies back. Gotta have their back. Slowly but surely. I really thought I did. I really thought I killed it. Maybe I just knocked it down into my bed and it was just that spider that bit me. Yeah, literally. Maybe I'll turn to Spider-Man now. Yeah, I mean, I apologize, guys, but if I turned into Spider-Man, I don't think I'd be running this Discord anymore. There would be bigger things on my plate. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think out of all superheroes, that's one of my top ones that I would want to be. Okay, slowly moving up, but we're still not displacing just yet. This next 5 minutes about to close. We're still not displacing these highs. We closed above VWAP, which is a good sign. Okay, but I'm just still not really seeing any enough, right? We have a bullish trend, right? And like I said, you could keep trading this bullish trend by getting entries off this 1 minute order block, the next 1 minute order block. Like you could do that, hypothetically, yes. You could take these entries and just trade this trend, right? But I'm looking for that high probability setup that's gonna offer good risk to reward. True. Then I could really be I'd be a real market maker at that point. Yeah, I'm not really looking for anything right now under a 2-to-1. Just waiting. I mean, obviously we saw us form this 5-minute fair value gap. Could be a target in the future. We might keep running, but I just want to see us close above, close above this order block up here. Continue this trend, but with strength, right? When we see these weak trends, it doesn't make me want to, get in, right? Because it's not showing strength, and we're still kind of chopping while we're moving down up, right? But it's still chop. Right, and I'm not gonna, like the past few days during prop firm session, not gonna get eaten up by this chop, right? Gonna look for some good clear price action. Alright, that's a good pump. Alright, we keep pumping, which is a good sign. This is a good sign for these longs to continue. Alright, if I get 5-minute displacement here, I'll be very happy about that. Alright, like if we get a strong close on this 15-minute, I won't necessarily have to wait for displacement on the 15-minute, right? Just because we're seeing that bounce off our balanced price range, we came back down to a discount, right? Silver bullet hour is in a few minutes. Expecting us to come back and try to target these highs again. At least target these highs. Hourly candle, pretty bullish here. Just want to see strong closes, okay? We keep seeing weak closes on these 5-minute candles where we just keep failing to displace. We fail to displace our previous high. Right, like right now we see that pump and then we're just coming right back down, showing weakness. All right, as I've said for the more aggressive people here, let's say you did take that trade I talked about off that order block. Maybe you got an entry here. I mean, yeah, so far, like 49, about 50 ticks. So pretty solid. It's just so slow. All right, not what I've been looking for. Okay, it looks like we're trying to get a strong close though. We get this strong close, that's when I'm looking for that entry in the longs. But not until we can see continued momentum. All right, often we do see these slow moving trends going the opposite way, just kind of setting up for a reversal. Okay, but when we see strong close, like that's a very strong close on the 15-minute. This right here tells me we're trying to get a continuation up to that buy side liquidity. Okay, this is now what I'm starting to look for. This is now when I'm starting to look for a setup. Okay, I know we haven't displaced yet. The 5-minute displaced this order block here. Okay, that's a good sign. 15-minute hasn't displaced the order block, but we are moving up with a very, very strong bullish candle. right? We see ES trying to push past these highs right now, but we are getting a lot of divergence because look at this high compared to this high. ES is already almost taken out that high. NQ is kind of far away. This is what I'm starting to look for, you know, possible entries. You know, reactions off the 1 minute order blocks, right? It's just that we're kind of high up on this range right now. But our risk management could be pretty good here. You know, just got to wait and see if we're going to get any kinds of reactions. Alright, we're kind of coming back down here. So here's that setup that would be ideal, and I know some people might not want to keep waiting for it. But a nice setup would be, let's say this 5 minute, we form a 5 minute bearish order block here, or bullish order block, with this 5 minute bullish fair value gap below. We trade back into that, and we take it long, right? Kind of like earlier. Same concept as earlier, right? When we took that long, that ended up catching 150 ticks. We waited for that, for an order block to form on the 5 minute. We had a fair value gap resting below. We traded into that fair value gap. We got in the longs, and we caught a really good trade. Right, like I said, these breakout moves, these strong trends, those are the trades I'm looking for. So I'm going to continue with this patience. Okay, you know, like I keep telling you guys, if you want to take these entries off these 1 minute order blocks, you can take these entries. Okay, I'm just letting you know they're riskier for sure, but they can still play out pretty good. Just not offering a lot of reward. All right, like let's say we got an entry right now. You know, I'd want to keep a stop, preferably down to VWAP, which would be like 50 ticks. You know, maybe just below this one, 30 ticks. But still, up to our first TP, yeah, I mean, it's a 1.77 RR with a 30 tick stop. That's not too bad. Right, so the RR is not too bad. Just below a 2 to 1. Alright, we're still, this stuff, I really don't like this price action where we just slowly chop up, right, or slowly chop down. Like, you can still find good opportunities, but they're not really A+ setups in my opinion. Okay, we're about to close this 5 minute. Like I said, this entry down here would be pretty nice. This 5 minute busy here. You know, if we want to close with the 5 minute order block, just like that. Look for an entry down here. Look to catch it up to the high up here. Alright, this would be an entry that I would want to take. But we got to see a nice reaction off of this fair value gap before I get an entry. Got to see a nice reaction first. Don't want to see us push right through it. Alright, we're kind of trying to push through. So you're not going to see me get a long entry on a strong bearish candle. Gonna wait for some kind of reaction, start getting that push back up. All right, this is why. This is why you don't see me getting an entry yet. This is why I typically don't set limit orders for my entries. Okay, I like to wait for reactions. Okay, we just came all the way down to the bottom of that 5 minute. There's that reaction I want to see. All right, I'm going to test out the longs with just half a lot right now. Just half a lot after seeing that 5 minute reaction. Obviously, we saw that strong bearish candle there. Okay, but I like this entry still. I'm going to test it out. Light risk. 18,176.25 is my entry. 7625. Okay, I'll keep like a 35 tick stop under VWAP. 18,167.50. I'll let you know if I do add into a full position. Okay, but this 5 minute, this is that entry I was telling you about. This is that ideal entry I like to take. We're bouncing off that 5 minute underneath the order block that we formed. Now let's just see if we can get that continuation back up. I know it was a pretty strong bearish candle there, which is the one thing that might try to pull us down, but I do like that entry still. You know, holding it up to these highs. So it's a 2-to-1 risk to reward here. I'll take a 2-to-1. If we start to see more of a pump, I will add into a full. Got to see some more reaction. Got to see some more reaction to the upside before I add into a full. Okay, I just added into a full there, guys. I just added into a full position. Entry moved up 7725. So now my stop, I'm going to still keep it below VWAP, keep it about 35 ticks. 35 ticks, 18,168.50. Is going to be my stop. So now we see if this one plays out. All right, this is that entry I love to see. 5 minute comes down, strong bounce off that fair value gap right below an order block. We have our buy side liquidity target above, right? That silver bullet. About a 2-to-1 risk to reward, about a 1.9. So that first TP would be about 66 ticks at 18,193.75. All right, we'll see if this one plays out. Just kind of chilling around break even right now. Chilling around break even. Got about a minute left on this 5 minute candle. All right, as long as this 5 minute candle can keep seeing a reaction and keep pumping, you know, and not come down and disrespect this fair value gap, you know, this trade looks pretty solid. Trade looks pretty solid here. I'm really liking this setup. I like our entry. So let's see if this one will run. Hit our first TP. We'll move our stop to break even or into profit and see if it wants to keep running back up to our highs of the day. Right? If you don't want to wait for the full, you know, for this first TP at 66 ticks, you know, you can always look for more of a 1-to-1. You know, you could look for 50 ticks. You could take it at this high up here. Right? You don't always have to, remember, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. But this to me is a good risk to reward here. We have that high. That's our target liquidity. I'm willing to hold this trade until we hit that level. Okay, look at this 5 minute close, guys. That's a nice 5 minute close. Now I just want to see that continuation. I want to see that continuation. Let's see if we can keep running here. Look at that strong 15-minute bullish candles stepping in. Let's see if price wants to bounce off this order block, come back down to this fair value gap, Don't really want to see that happen. I want to see this thing just take off from here. I really want to see this thing just start to take off. Okay, this is pretty much that same setup. It's that same idea, same concept that we took earlier, right, when we caught that trade this morning. Like I said, 5-minute bearish order block. Fair value gap resting below. Price trades into it. We bounce. We get that entry. We have buy side liquidity up here. Right, so to me, this is an A+ setup. Pretty much take this every single time I see it. I wouldn't say it's too late to get in. You could still look for an entry here. You would just have to, maybe keep your stop a little bit higher. Maybe keep it just beneath this low. All right, you could also wait for this 1 minute to take out this order block here. All right, like let's say this 1 minute candle pumps above this previous bearish candle, displacing it. You could wait for a retracement back into that 1 minute order block, right, as another level of support to take long. I mean, you could wait too. If you want to really be patient and conservative, you could wait and see if price touches back into that fair value gap one more time. All right, so I mean, so far we haven't hit too much into profit. Just about 21 ticks. Still moving pretty slow. Still moving pretty slow here. Just waiting for that continuation, for that momentum to pick up. Do you use bear bull flags on other patterns as confirmation? Yeah, I definitely look at different stuff. I still look at typical, basic price action patterns. We're talking about head and shoulders, bear bull flags, because they're all still important in reading price action, but they're not like the end all be all. And some people will claim that that's all they look at. But I don't think, if that's all you look at, I don't think you're going to have a great understanding of the market. There we go. We're starting to pump now. Let's see that continuation. There we go. Let's see us go take out that first TP. Like I said, guys, you don't have to hold all the way to 66 ticks. We've hit 38. So technically we've hit more than a 1-to-1. But I'm going to hold my first TP all the way up to here. All right, let's just see if we can get that continuation displacement candle up. Strong 1 minute displacement would be nice. Strong 5 minute displacement of this order block would be very nice. And then ultimately 15 minute displacement of this order block too. Right, if all that comes into place here in the next minute, this trade looks amazing. Right, you can always move your stop to break even as well. Yeah, you can move it to break even whenever you'd like. If you want to make it a risk-free trade. For me, I'm not going to move it until I hit my first TP. Or if we come up close to my first TP and we start to drop a little bit, maybe I'll move it. Okay, we got 30 seconds left on the 15 and 5 minute. So far we're seeing nice displacement. Now we just got to wait for that continuation. Come up to that TP level up here. Take our profit, move our stop to break even, and we're chilling. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Look at that strong 5 minute displacement candle we're forming right now. Taking out this order block. Alright, that's what I want to see. 15 minute candle finally displaced this order block that we talked about earlier. Okay, we form another fair value gap resting below with a 1 minute order block. This looks pretty good in terms of continuing and hitting our TP here. All right, so I'm gonna keep holding this one. I'm gonna keep holding this one until we hit that TP. Again, we've hit 46 ticks, I think, 45 ticks about. So pretty solid trade so far. We're inching closer to our first TP level, inching closer to that level of liquidity. Five minutes still looking pretty nice. Remember, we have a 5 and 15 minute fair value gap just above this liquidity, so we want to be careful. If you want to take full TP at this high, you could take that full TP, right? Because this is a strong resistance level up here. For me, I'm just going to move my stop to break even, and then I'm going to kind of play it out, see what kind of reaction we get. You know, if we hit this level up here, but if we push through super aggressively, you know, I'm not going to want to get out necessarily. So we grab this liquidity here, and we see that instant reaction back down. So this is what I mean. When I see that, I'm going to move my stop to break even now, right? So I'm just going to move my stop to break even. You know, we're almost at my TP. We hit 63 ticks. So if I let this one, if this one were to come all the way back down and I take a loss, that'd be pretty upsetting. You know, I'm not going to take a loss on this trade. Alright, pretty close here to our first. You could take your first TP here. You don't have to wait for it to hit that high. Alright, I'm sticking to my plan. I'm going to catch my full reward on this one. You know, obviously we've already grabbed some sell side or some buy side at this high. But this is that target I'm looking for. I'm loving this price action today. We're finally seeing good price action back in this market. 3 days of pretty awful conditions. Today's been much better. We've actually seen continuation. We've seen breakout moves. We've seen expansion. Alright, that's the kind of market I like to trade in. Okay, like I said, if you want to take that TP now, you can take it. We're about 60 ticks in profit. Okay, you don't have to keep holding with me if you don't want to. You could also take, there we go. Alright, first TP just got taken. Stop still at break even here. You know, I might move it into profit depending on how we're seeing that reaction right when we grab liquidity. We see that us come back down, right? Okay, but I still want to give this trade some room, you know, to see if it'll keep running. But yeah, first TP's been taken. We're chilling. That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm just going to see if this one will keep running. Alright, I mean, who took this trade with me, guys? Anybody take this with me? I'm really hoping you guys did. Hoping some of you guys caught this one with me. There we go. Now we're starting to see it. Again, there's a reason I'm letting this one still run, guys. What I will see is on this 5 minute, obviously we grab liquidity. We might see price come back down, react off this 5 minute bearish fair value gap. Okay, but I still want to give this one some room. And like I said, once we, you know, I'll start moving my stop into profit after I kind of see what happens here with this trade in the next few minutes. But again, if you wanted to take that full TP, I let you know you could take that TP because we are grabbing liquidity and we are entering a bearish fair value gap on the 5 minute and the 15 minute, right? But we have such a strong trend to the upside right now that I want to see if this one will run, right? And let's say we pump past this high again, you know, I'll probably move my stop all the way up to below this 1 minute order block. Okay, so then we're looking for, what are we targeting next? If we're going to keep holding this trade, you know, we got to know what we're targeting. We can't just hold it to hold it, right? So if we're pumping through, we're seeing no resistance with these levels, you know, this is a trade I'll probably just hold for the rest of the afternoon all the way up to our highs of the day. All right, probably just hold it all the way up to the highs of the day. All right, let's see what time. But again, we're seeing that rejection after we grab liquidity. So let's see what happens here. Either way, we won this trade. Whether I get stopped at break even or not. 67 ticks or 66 ticks for profit. Honestly, yeah, if I were in this with this trade, if I was in 3 cons, I probably would take out 2 cons at that first TP and leave 1 runner. That's probably what I would do, just because this is such a strong liquidity level, because we're in silver bullet hour, right? And we're seeing that reaction now. We're seeing that reaction back down. So yeah, maybe I'll get stopped at break even. It might have been the smarter decision for me just to take that profit when I had it. We have this fair value gap here on the 5 minute. We'll see if we get another bounce. All right, we could still bounce back up. We're seeing again another 5 minute fair value gap formed. Price trades into it, reacts off of it. See that right there? And look, consequent encroachment of that 5 minute. Look at that reaction. All right, we'll see if we get that follow through now. But so far, that's a good reaction to see that continuation. All right, so 68 ticks have been hit at the top. You know, now I'm just seeing if this one will run. Just gonna see if this one will run. Obviously, it doesn't look too great in terms of continuation because of this liquidity level that we grabbed. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, if we do keep pushing up with momentum, I think we will continue and try to take out our highs of the day for the rest of the afternoon. If we don't and we see strong push back down, this might be that silver bullet liquidity grab where now price will come back down and target our lows again. Right now, so did I get stopped? Did I get stopped at break even there? Alright, now I'm out. Now I'm out of that trade. Okay, back at break even. Obviously, might have been the smarter decision for me to sell up here. Okay, but either way, we won that trade there. Now let's see what happens here. Okay, let's say we get another reaction. Price comes back up. You know, might still look to long this, but if not, and this is that liquidity grab and it's the silver bullet where we grab liquidity, you know, I might look to short all the way back down to these lows. That's a pretty strong move back down here. Pretty strong bearish move here after grabbing liquidity. That 5 minutes going to disrespect this bullish imbalance there. We came back down into this one. Yeah, this to me now is looking like we're really trying to reverse. Okay, and grab this. We grab liquidity. It looks like we're trying to head all the way back down for our lows. Right, yeah, I mean that's kind of textbook liquidity grab right here. I really wanted to see if we would continue through, but we're seeing that reaction off that fair value gap, off that level. Either way, I'm out of this trade at this point. Okay, still bouncing off this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. I think we're gonna try to push through it. Just kind of waiting to see now. I'm not going to force any other trades, but I do want to see what price does here. You know, and look to just kind of possibly swing a trade for the rest of the afternoon. You know, until market close. Okay, we keep seeing a reaction off that 5-minute. But we see this strong bearish candle here. I would like to see what we do once we trade back into that level. If we're going to trade back into that level. Balanced price range here on the 1-minute. Yeah, if it was a really strong move, I might hold 2 and just sell 1. That's kind of my mindset in those types of trades. All right, so we're pushing back up into this 1-minute BPR, balanced price range, but we're respecting that 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see what type of reaction we get off of this level. You know, I might look to short off of this level if we start seeing a strong reaction. If not, you know, I'm just going to kind of wait. Right, just because we are bouncing off of that 5-minute busy here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that move right back up. Even after the liquidity grab. Wow, price is getting a little volatile right now. A little bit volatile. You can see that just strong push, right back, kind of just up and down. When you see the candles kind of going like this super fast, right? That just kind of shows that volatility in the market. Especially when you see price moving up and down so much, right? It's a little unpredictable. Okay, we displace this bearish fair value gap now. Looks like longs want to continue. This is a strong support level, right? That's that level that we took our original long off of. Right, and it's still acting as strong support. So at this point, I'm really just going to continue to, you know, be patient again. Just kind of waiting for price to make up its mind here. Do we want to continue, displace the highs, and then continue for long for the rest of the day? Or are we going to fail to displace and then come back down? Okay, another balanced price range. Might look to take this long from here. We'll see what kind of reaction we get here. I might look to start getting in the longs here, guys. And I just got an entry in the longs there. I just got an entry in the longs. It's a higher entry than I wanted, but I'm liking this reaction. I like that last 5-minute candle we saw. So 18575, very high entry, a lot higher than I wanted. I'll keep my stop below this BPR, so just about 30 tick stop. Not going to risk too much here, right? But I'm going to look to take these longs, possibly swing these longs. So my stop's going to be at 18.17825. Just a 30 tick stop. I'm in half a lot right now. Or did I go into... Let's see. Oh, it put me in full. It looks like it did that double click thing to me again. So it looks like it put me in full. I wasn't looking to get in full yet. Alright, so I am in a full position, I guess. 30 tick stop. And I'm looking just to catch this continuation to the upside. Right? We see strong 5-minute candle. We see balanced price range formed on the 1 minute. We trade into that BPR and we start to bounce again off that BPR. It's a 30 tick stop below this level. And we saw price bounce again from this 5-minute bullish fair value gap that we took earlier. Right? Now I want to just see if price is going to continue to displace these highs. Okay, so this is one of those trades where I might just kind of hold on to for a little while. If we get that quick reaction, right? If we start to see a strong bounce from this level, I just might kind of hold on to this. We'll see. See what happens. 30 tick stop. Showing weakness again up here at this level. But look at that bounce we saw off the 5-minute, guys. This tells me we bounce here. Super strong bullish candle. Tells me we're going to try to go back for that buy side liquidity resting up top, especially when we create this 1 minute balanced price range down here. We trade into it, form a 1 minute order block, and pump. Okay. So let's see that continuation. Obviously our entry is pretty high, so I don't really want to take profit at just 35 ticks here. Right, so what I'll probably do is, if we do pump past this high, I might just move my stop to break even, just in case we do want to reverse again after taking liquidity. And then I'll hold for first TP up higher, possibly up to this, maybe this 1 minute order block up top. Alright, this could become a risk-free trade if I wanted to. I haven't moved it yet. We haven't taken out that liquidity just yet. We do have some SMT here. ES did just take out the high. And Q failed. We'll see, we got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. I want to see continuation on the 5-minute. Continue to the highs. Haven't taken any profit. Haven't moved my stop loss yet. Alright, obviously not the ideal entry for us. Let's see if we can bounce off this 1 minute order block here. My ideal entry would have been down lower here, so I could keep my stop down below this 5-minute busy, which I still could keep it below and I still have a 50 tick stop, but I don't want to have a 50 tick stop here. Alright, so we're just sitting around break even. We'll see if we get that reaction. This 5 minutes not closing like I wanted it to. Yeah, weak close on the 5 minute here. Expected it to be a little bit stronger than that. We'll see. We created relative to equal highs. Would still like to see us go target those highs. Alright, so when I say relative to equal highs, we see how we come up and form a high up here. We don't take out the high, but But now this is another level of liquidity that price might come back up and try to target. We're obviously pushing down pretty aggressively right now. Gonna need to see a strong reaction off this BPR again, or else we might come down and stop me out back into the 5-minute busy. We will see. Another good bounce there. There's no continuation as of right now. Well, that's what I was saying, right? So on the 5-minute, we saw shorts come up and take that high, or the longs come up and take that high, and then from there I was like, okay, we'll probably see shorts continue. But then we see us come back up, bounce off a busy, strong momentum back up, create an equal high up here. Right, to me this looks like that trend wants to continue. We're obviously not seeing that happen right now. Right, we created a balanced price range after seeing that strong move up. We have liquidity resting above. Right, it's just my entry was pretty bad, so I don't want to keep more than a 30 tick stop. And alright, let's see, it got me out. Did it stop me out there? Barely stopped me out there. Alright, so still a little bit in profit on the day. Just kind of ranging up and down again. Ranging up and down again. I'd probably give this a little bit more time until I, you know, if I'm going to take another entry, give it a little bit more time. Don't want to overtrade, right? So I'm not looking to force trades. I'm just looking for these setups here. We're kind of chilling in this range again, right? But what I mean by that, generating equal highs, generating liquidity, is when we come up, touch right around the same point that we had a high touch before, right? Along with these highs up here, we barely took out those highs, but then we generate more liquidity resting up here, which is why I wanted to see price come back up. Did not have the best entry, so my stop loss was not great. I wanted to keep it at 30 ticks because I didn't want to risk too much. Alright, so I'm going to continue to be patient again. Wait for a good setup. We're still respecting this balanced price range, right? Still respecting it. 5 minutes, still getting that reaction back up. Okay, to me, we still look like we're trying to target these highs up here. $15 minutes, a little weird right now. 5 minutes to me still looks like we're trying to target those highs. One hour is kind of all over the place, but obviously we see we're just ranging. Okay, but notice how we still closed inside of this balanced price range. We wick back, we wick down below. Still look like we're trying to pump. This next 5 minutes about to close. Alright, 5 minute closed. A weak close to the downside, where we're still just sitting in this range, guys. Let's see, I'm expecting that pump to happen. I just don't want to get an entry back up here again. Right? If you're still in this trade, I mean, this still looks pretty solid. I think we'll still try to target these highs up here. We'll see if we get any kind of fall through. We might do that kind of chop that we saw yesterday again, where we just sit in this range. We don't break out of it. That's what we're seeing right now. 2 ticks away from your stop. All right, you're still letting this ride. Oh man. Any song requests? Any song requests while we wait for something to happen here? Oh, right as I say that, we start to break down. Back into that 5 minute. Back into that 5 minute once again. See it bounce once again. And we out. Yeah, guys, we're just chilling in this range. The Undertaker theme song. For some reason I can't see what that is. Let's open it up here. How do you guys pronounce his name? Dominic Fike or Dominic Fike? I like Dominic. He's got some good music. Can you guys hear that? I still need to connect my bot, this bot, to play music through the Discord. Can you guys hear that or no? Yeah, it's kind of tough. I want to install that bot. I'll probably try to do that today. So then we can play music through the Discord. Alright, so another bounce off this 5 minute again, guys. But right now we're just ranging so much. I just don't really love getting any kind of entries yet. Just want to see us break out of one of these ranges. Don't want to get chopped up. Okay, but obviously this 5 minute is proven to be a very strong support level. We've tested it 4 times already. That's insane. Are your neighbors good? Are you guys good? In Arkansas, jeez. Well, I hope everybody's safe. I've never had to experience a tornado before. I never want to experience one of those. Yeah, the damage. I can't imagine the damage that can make. But I'm happy to hear that everybody's okay. Prayers to you and your family and your neighbors. Man, that's can't imagine. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, all I've really experienced in terms of natural disaster is just earthquakes, but I've never really seen any too bad, like too crazy. Like I can't imagine having to witness a tornado. You guys flipped. Honest Money went from Arkansas to California, and Jordan went from California to Arkansas. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna chill. Not looking to take a trade inside of this range right now. Just want to see something happen, you know, going into power hour. See something, some clear direction in this market. Not any of this chop. Alright, we've tested that 5-minute busy for the 5th time. For the 5th time now, and we keep respecting it. But we haven't seen any real follow through just yet, except for that first trade we took. You know, but with these equal highs up here, I do want to see price come target those. So we're just kind of chilling right now. I know it's pretty slow, pretty boring. Sitting in a little bit of profit, not much. Right, in hindsight, if I you know, were to journal this one, what I would think is, what I would say in hindsight, right? But hindsight's always 20/20, would be to take full TP once we did take out that high, right? Instead of just taking half, instead of letting it come down and stop me out of break even, right? In hindsight, that's what I would do, just because we did have that liquidity grab, fair value gap above, head back down. Right, but with this bullish trend, ever since, you know, after our lunchtime reversal, I was expecting us to really try to continue to the upside. Right, so that was my reasoning for wanting to hold that trade and give it some room to run. You know, but it's always good to look back at your trades and figure out, you know, what you did right, what you did wrong, what you think you could have done better. You know, should you have taken profit? Should you have let it run? And just journal. Journal how you were feeling during your trade. Did you feel okay? Did you feel nervous? Comfortable? Uncomfortable? I would say Inception's a little bit harder to understand. I've also watched that movie probably like 7 times, so I have a pretty good understanding now of it. But that the market has been all over the place. Pretty difficult to get a good understanding of it. I mean, today's been a little better, but we still have just kind of ranged up and down. But overall, our price action has been so much better today, except for right now. But it has been better today than the past 3 days. That's for sure. You watched it 28 times? That's impressive. That's impressive. I mean, it's an amazing movie, so I don't blame you. If you guys didn't know, they're releasing like all of Christopher Nolan's main movies in the theaters like throughout this year. I don't know when Inception's coming out, but I'll definitely have to go see that in theaters, because I never got to see that in the theaters. Let's see. Let's see when it's coming out in theaters. I think in August. Is that right? People who scalp 10 ticks are feasting for real. let's see. I'm trying to find when his movies are coming out. He's my favorite director. I mean, if you guys have seen Inception, Interstellar, Tenet, there's so many different movies. Memento, that one is crazy. Memento's a crazy movie. Never thought, I didn't expect to like it that much. Yeah, guys, I mean, still just chilling. Still just chilling in this range. Up and down. Up and down. Just, yeah, you're not going to see me take another trade until we actually see us get out of this. Donnie Darko. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Or maybe, when was the last time I watched Donnie Darko? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think it's been a pretty long time. Why don't you have your account on Top Step? When did you sign up for it? Today? Or last night? Oh yeah, last night, huh? Oh, for your Top Step X? Well, did you sign up for your Top Step X account? I don't know if anybody else has signed up for Top Step X yet. Has anybody used it yet? What do you guys, if you have used it, what do you guys think? You guys like it? Nice, you have 3 XFAs on Top Step X already? There we go. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used it yet, but I have opened an account. I haven't traded it. But it looks kind of cool. I was kind of looking just at the layout. It's, very similar to TradingView, but also having like your charts, your good charts, and having, your DOM and all your buy sell right there is kind of cool. Yeah, and yeah, they're still in like the pretty new stage of the platform, so I'm sure they're working through a lot of issues. I mean, yeah, I got to meet Michael Paddock. I don't know when that was, like back in September or something. He's the owner of Top Step, really cool guy, and I really, I like Top Step. I think their company is ran pretty good. The only thing I don't like about their normal accounts is, like I always say, is that limit on the 2 micros, 2 minis. But besides that, I think they're pretty solid company, pretty solid platform. He's a pretty chill, humble guy. I always respect that out of people that are at that point. You see someone that's successful, has a very successful company worth a lot of money, but still very down to earth, right? I definitely respect that. Yeah, that's what I heard. There's no limit rule on the Top Step X, which is really cool. That's nice, right? So I'll probably start trading those. I'll probably start trading that more now. I just opened a 50K account. I haven't traded it yet, but I'll probably start trading that. I know they're doing a deal too, pretty cheap. It's only like $19 for that 50K. I don't know. I don't know what the other ones are. I didn't even look. I just wanted to open a 50K just to test out the platform. Do you think we'll ever break out of this range, guys? Or do you think we'll just kind of chill here for forever? I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah, having that manual lockout so you're not able to trade once you lock yourself out, you can't keep trading. It is pretty cool. Keeps you from blowing your money. $69 for 100K, $119 for 150K. Not too bad. You got 5 accounts for $5. Nice. That's sick. Not too bad of a deal right there. Oh, here we go. We're doing something now. We're doing something. Grabbing some sell side liquidity here. Let's see if that's just a grab, sell side grab, or if we're going to get a continuation to the downside. Okay, we're dropping, taking out our sell side liquidity, coming back down to VWAP. Nice, Jordan. That's solid. That's very solid. It's a good way to do that. Okay, so we just grab sell side. We're still respecting that 5-minute busy. Let's see if we start heading up from here, or if we're gonna continue down. I would like to see us grab that sell side little AMD, where we just accumulate this whole range. Manipulate down. I want to see us grab all the sell side first, and then distribute back up to the highs. That's what I would like to see happen. See if we do that, and if we do start to get that bounce and we still respect that 5-minute, I'll start looking for longs to take them back up to the top. Again, if we drop super aggressively, not going to look for longs. Alright, so we've grabbed sell side now. Now if we start to pump, right, might wait a minute and a half for this 5-minute to close. Alright, but we see all this liquidity still resting up above, right? So we see accumulation for a while. I want to see this be that manipulation move for us to pump right back and take out those highs. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're bouncing off VWAP. Alright, we're heading into our next hour. We're heading into power hour. Would like to see a power hour pump. See here, we're still respecting this level as of right now. We got about 20 seconds. I want to see us respect this busy before I get into a trade. About 10 seconds left. We're going to see how we close here. Okay, so we close below. We close below. And we're dropping now. We are dropping. So that has now been disrespected. Wow. Look at that. Power hour shorts coming in. Power hour shorts coming in here. So we came back down into this 5-minute busy here. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't looking to take that trade either way. Look at that bounce we're getting now, though. That's crazy rejection off that 5-minute bullish imbalance, right? I still expect this to be possible manipulation and for us to still head back up for those highs, because we still have our buy side target up there. And look at that manipulation we just saw. So we'll see what happens here. We just formed this 1-minute bearish order block. See if we do get a reaction off that 1-minute bearish order block, or if we're going to push right through and still try to target these highs. All right, I want to look to get in the longs, but I need to see, strong momentum back up, especially after seeing this move down. But this looks like a strong liquidity grab here. Bouncing off our 5-minute bullish imbalance down below. Strong reaction off of that. Still expect these longs to come back in. Alright, I'm just going to continue to wait though. I want to see if we're going to react off this 1-minute order block, or if we're going to continue to push through. If we continue to pump, I will look for a long entry. Try to catch it up to these highs. And if we do hit these highs again, let's say I get an entry and we hit these highs, I will probably just take full TP and not even let it run. We'll see though. Still want to wait for a reaction. Still want to wait for a reaction. Look at that 5-minute candle, guys. We still haven't displaced these lows just yet. That's why you see me waiting, because we still haven't displaced these lows. Look how this 5-minute candle still closed above. Right, so if we see this 5-minute continue to pump, I do think those longs will step back in. But we're struggling to push through this 1-minute order block. See, if we start to pump, I'll let you know if I get an entry. Keep my stop down below. Just depends on my entry. We'll see. We still got to see that continuation back up. We've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left on this 5-minute. If this 5-minute comes down and displaces these lows, I'm not necessarily going to be looking for longs anymore. But seeing that reaction off that level and not displacing yet tells me that, this looks like a power of 3 to me. It looks like a power of 3. But we'll see. We still have a lot of bearish momentum on this trade. Looks like we're still trying to drop here. Patience, patience, patience. About 10 seconds left on this candle. Again, we bounce off that level. Look at that hourly candle. We start off by coming down. I want to see this hourly be that fake out move for us to pump back up. Alright, so we did displace the lows now, which doesn't give me as much conviction in the longs. But if we do bounce again from this level, I'll still be looking for a possible long entry, just because we created all these equal highs up here. We have a strong target. We'll see. This day's kind of interesting. We're kind of back and forth today. We're now below VWAP on NQ. ES is still above VWAP. Yeah, I mean, we continue to drop here, so just gonna have patience. Wait for the right trade setup. I'm not going to throw unnecessary risk into the market, but if I see an A+ setup, I will put some risk into the market. We continue to drop, so we're back into that 5 minute again. Another bounce off the 5 minute here. Okay, if we start pumping through this 1 minute order block, I'll get in those longs, but if we can't do that, I'll probably stay out. Another strong reaction off that 1 minute order block. You just realized today's your birthday? What? Happy birthday. I would sing to you, but I don't have a good singing voice. You wouldn't want to hear that. Okay, we still keep bouncing from this level. I just want to see this 1 minute try to push through VWAP, push through this order block. We see ES chilling above VWAP here, pushing through. Got 1 minute left on this 5 minute candle. $30 seconds left here. See how we close. Okay, I better close this 5 minute. I want to see us kind of start to pump here. If these longs are going to come in, they got to start pumping. If not, we have this 5 minute bearish order block. Just got to see us get above VWAP, close above this 1 minute order block for me to, have that conviction and go in long off this, power of 3 setup. Gonna continue with this patience. I know this is boring, guys. I know this is boring. Just waiting for that setup. Okay, if I was gonna take the shorts, I'm kind of looking for a trade to hold for the rest of the day, right, until close, and I just want to see which direction that's going to be in, right, whether that's down to these lows in the shorts or whether that's up to these highs. The strong target liquidity right now for me would still be these highs. I want to see the long step in up to these highs. Okay, but we're obviously struggling to do that. Just chilling. All right, let's say we do drop and we displace this order block on the 5 minute down below, right, trying to close below this busy. That's when I would look to short the market, you know, off this 5 minute order block, and then just kind of hold it. But not until we do that. We keep seeing that bounce. All right. Let's see if these longs want to step in here. I like that last 1 minute candle there. I'm liking the structure that we're forming, but we're still struggling here at VWAP. There we go. All right. See if we get any kind of continuation. We're trying to push through. ES is already really pumping. There we go. That's a strong candle there. Okay, now I'm going to wait for, you know, a good level to long from. We displace this 1 minute order block here. We start to bounce off VWAP again. I might look to get in longs, and then I'll just try to hold it. You know, stop down here beneath the lows. Hold it up to the highs. We'll see what happens here. We do have this 5 minute bearish fair value gap that we're going to have to push through. Alright, but this is that power of 3 setup I was talking about. Just not seeing any kind of continuation yet. So that's why you haven't seen any entries from me just yet. No entries. It's a nice close on the 15 minute though. It's a nice close on the 15 minute. Bouncing from our 15 minute order block below. Still have our target liquidity above. But just not enough confirmation for me yet to go long. We're still chilling right around VWAP. I just need to see a push. I do like that ES is already all the way up here. ES has already been pushing. If we start to pump right here, I'm going to look to get an entry. I'm liking our structure. I'm liking our structure here. Alright, I just got in with half a lot, guys. I just got in with half a lot. Half a lot entering the longs, right? It's going to be tough to push through, but I want to try these out because I do see our target liquidity resting above all these equal highs. I see a potential power of 3. We're going to have to push through this 5-minute bearish fair value gap though. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep my stop right now at 50 ticks down at the lows, and then I'll start to adjust that as we move. 18,159 is my stop. Okay, that's a good entry so far. I have not added into a full. I didn't even have a chance to add into a full. That's a good pump so far. We'll see if this will continue. Alright, this is one that I would just hold up to the highs. Probably just move my stop to break even once we break some of these highs. Unless I get an opportunity to enter into a full. Look at that pump though. 5-minute pumping through. We want to see this 5-minute pump through this bearish fair value gap. Okay, very good trade so far. 32 ticks in profit. Didn't get to add into a full. Okay, we pumped too fast for me to add into a full. Alright, but I want to see us close above this 5-minute fair value gap here. Look at that pump there. Look at that pump. We got a pretty solid entry so far. Let's see if we can continue to get that momentum stepping through. We have to push through this 5-minute bearish order block as well. Okay, so far 46 ticks. If you guys did add into a position where you can scale out of it, you know, you could take profit right around 50 ticks for, you know, 1-to-1. Depending on where your stop loss is, what risk to reward you want to get. You could keep holding it. You can move your stop to break even, make your risk free. Okay, I'm just going to keep holding this one. Look at that. 50 ticks is hit, so if you want to take that first TP, you can do that. Pretty solid entry so far. I might look to add into a full if we get retracement into a fair value gap and we start to bounce from that fair value gap. Okay, but not unless we do that. Not unless I have a solid re-entry point or a solid point to add into my position. So, pretty perfect timing so far. See if we can get that continuation. Five minutes about to close. Pretty strong displacement move here. Power of 3 setup. It's coming into play. Possibly this fair value gap right here. This one right here, right in the middle of our range. We'll see. We keep running. I might not even have a chance to enter. I might not even have a chance to enter into full. Okay, so look at that 5-minute. Look how that 5-minute completely displaced this fair value gap here. That is a strong displacement move. We're seeing that follow through. Okay, 59 ticks so far on this trade. So I'll let you know if I add into a full. I want to see retracement down to possibly into this fair value gap to add into a full. Right, but that would move my entry pretty far up. So then I would move my stop up kind of far. And then I would probably just try to let this one run for the rest of the day. You know, take profit up here at this high and then just leave some runners. We'll see though. If we start to see a reaction here, I'll add into a full position. Alright, I just added into a full that, another double click there, so now I'm in a heavier position than I wanted to be. I don't know why this keeps happening. I never really have this issue. So my entry moved way up, guys. Way up, because it just double clicked again. I know you guys keep hearing me say that. My entry moved up to 78. Right, I did not want to do that. I don't like that. So where I'm going to move my stop all the way back to where my original break even was, which was at, where was it, 18,171.50. I'll keep it there for now. Alright, and then we'll see if we can pump through these highs. Looking pretty good so far. I'll take that first TP. You know, if we do, once we take out this high, I'll still take that first TP up here. I mean, that was a perfect re-entry point. I just didn't want to add that much. So far, it looks like a pretty perfect re-entry point. We saw that bounce right off the equilibrium of that 1 minute fair value gap. Another 1 minute breakaway order block formed. Let's see if we bounce off that one and if that takes us up to our highs. Right. You guys could take that profit already if you want. You could take some profit off. You can move your stop to break even. You know, whatever you'd like to do. Hopefully this one doesn't come back to bite me. Alright, we're bouncing off that 1 minute order block here. Pretty good bounce. Pretty good bounce there. So I have that first TP set up at this high. Up at 18,194.25. Alright, again, if you want to take profit, you can. We're at 66 ticks in profit. We'll see what happens here. Pretty strong move so far. Just want to see that continuation. We also formed this 5 minute fair value gap. We're forming this 5 minute fair value gap balanced price range here. Might see price target that range, right? Might retrace down to that before we pump. We'll see. I want to see that continuation happen. I mean, our original entry was pretty solid. We waited for the break of VWAP, formed this 1 minute order block, pumped right through it. Pretty good. 1.82 risk to reward for that first TP level. Obviously now it's not that much for me because my entry moved up, but still pretty solid here. Now just gotta wait. Remember, like I said, we're forming this 5 minute fair value gap down here. We might see price try to come target that balance price range right here. We might see price come back down into that and then bounce, or we'll just see a continuation to the upside. 5 minute close, still another strong 5 minute close there. Are you guys kind of chilling in this trade, or have you taken profit? Or are you letting this one run? What's your guys' plan here? I'd like to know your plan. Holding in full. Close half, holding half, okay. Alright, just make sure you have that understanding of why you're doing what you're doing, right? Why are you holding full? Why have you taken profit? Why have you moved your stop to break even? Just start to understand those emotions throughout the trade, your decision making, why you're doing that. Right, so you can start sticking to your plan with every trade and have an understanding of what kind of trader you are or what kind of trader you want to be. There we go, Nesco. Good stuff. Alright, you see that struggle that we have. We didn't displace this 5-minute order block yet. So we're kind of struggling to keep pushing right now. But overall, I still see that power of 3 setup coming up and trying to take out those highs. Even if we do come back down to that 5-minute, I would expect a bounce from that 5-minute to take us back up. So we will see what happens here. Yeah, ES already did take out these highs. Right, so we saw more divergence. But so far, ES has been leading the way, and we've been seeing NQ follow. Right, but we do see that divergence right now. Just waiting for that continuation. Right. I think we'll either continue to pump from here, or we'll come down to this 5-minute fair value gap, bounce price range, and bounce again back up. Scare money don't make money. That's what I'm talking about, Jordan. Yeah, letting those trades run is important. I mean, you still want to take profit, but you know, you want to let those trades run until you hit your full TP level that you're looking to take. Yeah, we're getting close to that TP level for me. You know, I'm holding up to this high up here. Your TP is 191, okay. Yeah, that's a good TP. Alright, so I still haven't taken profit because of how my entry moved all the way up here. Alright, so I want to catch some more ticks on this, and also this is our ultimate target up here. Right, do expect price to eventually get to. Yeah, look how we respected this 15-minute fair value gap as well. Come down, wick below, and then pump. Yeah, this week has not been great for holding, but this is like the first kind of day that we've actually seen some follow through, so that's why I'm willing to hold it. So we'll see if we do want to come back down into this 5-minute fair value gap, or if we're going to continue to just pump, use this fair value or use this order block as support. We're just kind of chopping right now. See if we can break out of this accumulation. Would rather see us break out this way and go up to our highs. Alright, we just hit 70 ticks, over 70 ticks now. This trade is now hit over 70 ticks. See if we get that continuation here. Pretty good pump. I just want to see that continuation. Don't want to see a manipulation move here. We're almost there. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, we're making our way there. 76 ticks so far. Nope, the market doesn't like to make it easy on us. If it did, everybody in the world would be a winner. Okay, I just want to see that continuation. Don't want to see this be a manipulation move. Want to see us really pump through. We're getting close. Getting close to those highs. Remember, you could take full TP up here if you would like. Alright, we were very close. So I'm never against taking TP when we're kind of stalling right around our first TP level. You know, it's something I'll do sometimes if I do think we're getting a lot of resistance and we're not going to push through. Sometimes I'll take TP. Right now we still have strong bullish momentum here. I mean, I know we're moving kind of slow, but that target is still up here. And we continue to displace the highs. Let's see, we're getting close here. We're getting close. You could always take your TP now if you don't want to wait for it to push through. We're struggling here. Okay, if we can't push through, you know, I would just take my TP if we do start to stall a lot. But again, we look like we want to really pump through here. We'll see. We'll see. 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. We can see the strong 5-minute candle here, leaving an order block behind. Right, at this point, I'm moving my stop to break even. All right, my break even's down here. At this point, I won't let this trade become a loser. You know, I haven't taken my TP yet. See how this 5-minute candle closes. Wanted to see stronger. We created another equal high there. And we're coming right back down and not displacing. Let's see. Coming back down to a 1-minute order block. See if we can get it bounced from this 1-minute order block again. 5-minute candle failed to displace, which is not the best sign, but we do have these equal highs up here still. Still expect us to come back up and take out these highs. But yeah, I understand if you want to get out, you could get out. I mean, from our first entry, we're still up right now. We're still up about 68, 70 ticks. So you could still get out well into profit. I'm just holding my plan, holding this one through. See what happens here. Back into this 5-minute order block. Like to see a nice reaction off this order block. You know, I wanted to see displacement here of that order block. We didn't get it, but we did create another equal high, so we still have that liquidity resting above. So I'm just going to continue to sit here patiently. Still holding it. Pretty long trade here with this slow movement, not a lot of volume. You know, even if I get stopped out, I'll get stopped out at break even. So it won't be a losing trade. I still want to take some profit on this trade. Just been getting kind of screwed over by Tradeovate today. It's like they don't want me to win. See if we can keep pushing here off this 5-minute. Strong bounce off that 5-minute again. Yeah, like I'll have that issue every once in a while, but I like actually double click. Today I haven't double clicked once, and I'm like very sure of that. And it's happened to me like almost every single trade I've gotten into and trying to get out of, right? Like not having a limit order. That's another reason I kind of haven't wanted to sell anything too, is because I, you know, have to hit that sell market. It might take me out of my full position when I want to still see continuation of the upside. We'll see here. Again, we might come back down and target that fair value gap. If that happens, I'll be out of the trade, but I would still look for a re-entry one more time. Hold it for till the end of the day. We only have about 20 minutes left of this market. I just want to see us come up and grab that liquidity and get out of my position. You know, I'll just sell everything at the top. I'll just sell everything at the top here. But we're really trying to come back down. Yeah, I had a little issue with slippage today as well on one of my entries. I don't know. To me, it seems like, I don't know if it's just it's probably just my specific software. I don't know what's going on with it. Most of my entries have been pretty solid without slippage, but I have had one entry with bad slippage. All right, so now we're coming back down. Looks like we might be trying to come back down for that balanced price range before we continue back up for those highs. We'll see. We don't have very much time left. We only have about 20 minutes left to market open. See if I get stopped out here at break even. It's been a pretty long trade here. Pretty long trade, just chilling. Just staying patient and letting this thing play out. Alright, I just put my full TP at the top. If we hit that, I'll just get out completely. Call it a day. See if we can make a move up there. Let's grab all those equal highs. There we go. Win's a win right there. Win's a win. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This is we've just been kind of chilling. Let's do something, do something. We are so close to my full TP. On the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Yeah, we keep getting close to it. We haven't tapped into it just yet, though. Over here, but we did over here. This 15-minute. That's what I'm saying, bro. This has been a long trade. Long trade. At this point, I'm just willing to hold it. You know, my stop's at break even. We got within like 2 ticks of my full TP. And like I said, I didn't want to click. You know, I probably should have just gotten out of everything up here. But at first, I was thinking about just taking half my position out up here. Now I'm just thinking about taking out my full position if we hit this up here. We've got just a few minutes, about 17 minutes left to market. Did we tap into it? Maybe on NQ. Let's see, because on ES we didn't tap into it. Or I mean on M and Q we didn't tap into it, but maybe on NQ we did. Trading and driving. Yeah, bro, be safe. I got you though. Get that laptop set up. What is that? Protein, creatine, aminos. What you got over there? Getting those gains? I'm looking at your profile picture. You played at Texas Tech? Is that what that says? Can't read it. Got it all. There we go. She's gonna blow. Come on. Let's just hit that TP. I'll get out and I'll just call it a day. Go hit the gym. Go get a workout in. It's just playing with my emotions. Playing with my emotions here. There's been a few times, guys, where I've thought about just getting out and just calling it a day. At this point, I'm waiting. It's either going to hit my break even or it's going to hit my full TP. Obviously, if you guys have probably taken profit already. do what you guys want to do according to your plan. It's smarter to take profit when we're struggling so much, especially if you have that original entry that I had when we're already up. It's like 70 ticks right now. All right, that's the smart play. Take that profit. Move the stop to break into profit. Bro, did you play football at Texas Tech, or do you play football? I see your profile picture there. Nice, man. Red Raiders. What'd you play? What position did you play? Yeah, I was gonna say probably you look like a running back. What number are you wearing? 20 something? Receiver, nice. That's sick. Hey, Jordan called it. Slot. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that pump to happen, guys. We're getting close. We've really been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Let's see that final macro just pump us up. Come on, make that push. Make that push. We're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. Come on. What? It didn't fill? It didn't fill yet. This is funny. Oh my gosh. Should I just get out, guys? I think I might just get out. We have to hit it. We have to hit it. There we go. There we go. All right. I just took full TP. I'm out. Finally. I am finally out. I am finally out. Let's take. We got that win. Look at that instant reverse after we caught the dub. All right, the patience paid off today, guys. The patience paid off. We finally got that win. It took us long enough. What a great session today. We had that session for, man, we were almost on for 2.5 hours there. Appreciate you guys that stayed on with me. That was a lot of fun. We were able to catch the win to end the day strong. Now I can call it a day. Now I can go get a workout in. Yeah, guys, everybody, I hope everybody caught that with me. Who caught that one with me? You passed 20 Apex accounts? 20? Yeah, I mean, that's insane. Well, what I would recommend now is to do whatever you've been doing. Keep trading the same way. I don't know how you've been trading, but if you've been trading with good habits, just continue that, right? Continue that with those PAs. I got you, bro. Take it easy. Hitting the course. Enjoy. Have some fun. Yeah, maybe just kind of break them up to different, maybe trade certain ones, copy them, maybe copy other ones. All right, we're in that last 10-minute macro. I'm not gonna get another trade. Good to go. $100 per trade, nice, dude. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Just keep that consistency going. I mean, you'll find some success if you keep doing that. But all right, I'm gonna call it there, guys. Great session today. Great way to end our Wednesday. Winning day overall, both sessions. That's what we love to see. All right, let's come back tomorrow. Same mindset, ready to go. Hopefully, we have good price action again, and let's continue to finish this week strong. All right. Alright guys, take it easy. Stay safe today. Go enjoy yourself. God bless everybody. Peace.